Discus here, another video. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a great day. I just finished doing the water change and things are looking really good in there today. Everyone's swimming around, all the cherry barbs are swimming around, and this discus fish look really good today. I'm just going to do a little pop-up stream here live just for a few minutes. I also changed the filter on the 100-gallon stock goldfish pond. I just did that as well. And the plants that we bought the other day are still alive out there. We got a little bit of sun right now, so those flowers in the tubs and the stock pond are starting to shoot for the sky, shoot for the sun. They want some of that sunshine. Any plans for tomorrow, anyone? Any barbecues, pool parties, going to the beach, going to the mountains? Tomorrow, my wife is going back home tomorrow, so I probably would just clean up a little bit in the house and then just, enjoy the day. So hopefully you all are going to have a great Memorial Day tomorrow. Man, the water change really made the cherry barbs all active. See, a water change is good. A water change is good. The only thing I didn't do is I didn't clean the back of that front of that filter, but that's okay. I can do that another day. I just want to say, I don't know if you know that guy. I didn't know that guy. The guy that passed away the other day. I just want to have a moment of silence for him. Rest in peace. We'll miss you, and you'll never be forgotten. Hopefully you're up in heaven with all the fishies up there in heaven. In God's name, amen. Hello, fish fam. So hopefully you're all having a good day today, enjoying your day and having a good one, and at least the dogs will be happier today because it's a little sunny out. But we are under a flood watch, so that's not going to be very good. Flood watch, oh my goodness. They said it's supposed to shower every day this week. But I think we're going to have a little sun, but I don't know why. It's it's not April. April showers bring May flowers, bring June brides, bring July cookouts. I got this light back turned on the schedule, and it's really, I put that light on so low, just enough so the plants can get some light. But I turned it on so low, very low there. These guys enjoyed their breakfast. They got frozen brine shrimp with a little mix. I put a little bit of the tetragrandulos in there just to mix it up just a little bit so they can get some of the tetragrandulos because that's really good for them. Looks like we're getting people jumping on and jumping off. That's a good sign. I just hope it's loud enough. I hope the audio is loud enough. If you can let me know the audio. Now, you know what? Is there any way to do StreamYards in 1080p instead of 720p? Because I think the 720p doesn't make it very clear. I have to look into that. But yeah, doing good. And the wife's out there planting her garden stuff. Yeah, look at these. Man, the cherry barbs are really happy. See what a water change does? It makes your fish more active and happy. Tomorrow I'll probably do the water change on the African cichlid tank and the waste 29-gallon tank. Do it tomorrow because I'm always worried about my wife traveling all the time, 8 hours away. So it'll keep my mind off of everything. And I think she's gonna leave tomorrow like at 1 o'clock or 1:30. So she should get home around 8:30. And then she's got to go back to work Tuesday, but then she'll be back in 3 weeks on June. She's leaving Juneteenth, and she's staying for a couple days, and then she'll be here a week before the 4th of July, and I'm going to be traveling back home to Maryland, and hopefully the house will be finished by then, because I'm doing a walkthrough, and I'll let my brothers and sisters come over and see the house, and then hopefully we'll have that house on the market. Talk to the real estate lady, say it's ready, it's ready. I probably will text her or something saying I'm in Maryland now if you want to come over and see the house. And then we can come up with a price. You can put it on the market. Oh, it's going to be sad though because that house I bought that house in 1996. We've lived in there since then. So it's going to be hard having someone else living there. I try to keep that house so clean, and who knows? They could the people. I mean, it doesn't really matter who. Whoever buys it. That's they can do what they want to do, and it's none of our problem anymore. But if they have kids or something, we don't have kids, so that house hasn't had kids for 30 plus years. But anyway, it's once we sell it, it's out of our hands. But I told my one sister, because she only lives like 10 minutes away, I said, could you occasionally drive by and see what they're doing to the house? And then if I ever come up back to visit, like we come back to visit for Christmas or something, we're going to drive by it. I say, Trish, can we drive by our old house? And she'll probably go, no. I said, please, I want to go see. She'll probably say, okay, okay. But yeah, the cherry barbs are active. Good. Good. The discus fish, they don't seem to care now about the water changes. They don't care. And the other day I was doing the water change, I think a week or so ago, and, you know, I was just holding the tube with my hand, and one of them came up and nipped me. It's like, I know my finger's not food, but they don't nip as hard as the African cichlids, I'm telling you. You put your hand in there with the water change if you're like cleaning something, they really nip hard. It's like, ow, that hurts. Oh goodness, I'm so happy the cherry barbs are more active now. And next week I'm going to work on that one tank. I don't know. Oh no, I gotta wait another week because I don't get paid until 31st, the end of the month. So can't really buy anything right now. But I can always put it in my cart on Amazon and have it all ready to go. Yeah. So I'm really, really happy that This tank is really doing good. Really, really doing good. Fish are really healthy. You can really tell that they're healthy. Yep. Their colors are shining. Now, the two that are in the cave, they like that. They live in the cave. But I'm really surprised. No, none of the discus fish have claimed these two new decorations. Their territory. I'm surprised. Yep, I'm surprised that they. There's the blue. There's Sky, the blue diamond. See, they coming out. Yeah, I'll feed you a little bit, okay? I'll feed you a couple glandulars. Now, some discus people say you shouldn't feed your discus fish beef heart. You're gonna kill them. Well, I looked it up online, and I even asked AI, and AI said that's not true. Now, if you feed beef heart like tons of it every day, yeah, like a boatload of it every day, of course that might hurt your fish. But if you feed them one little cube, like once or twice a week, one little cube, and the cubes are smaller than the brine shrimp and frozen bloodworms cubes. You feed them that once a week, right? It's not going to kill your fish. I feed mine once or twice a week, maybe. About once or twice a week. Just one feeding. It's usually like the third feeding in the evening, like at 6 o'clock. And there's no leftover beef heart in the tank. There's no scraps, there's nothing. So there's nothing to foul the water up because these guys eat it. And also the cherry barbs eat it too. So if someone's telling you online, a discus keeper tells you not to feed beef heart because they can kill or stunt your fish. And if you're responsible feeder, you don't overfeed, it's not going to hurt your fish. And some YouTubers out there think they are gods to the discus world, and if you kind of go against what they preach, they're nasty to you. And this one guy thought it was my friend. He got nasty because he heard I was feeding beef heart twice a week. He actually went ballistic. I couldn't believe it. But this is the last time I'm talking about this, and because I'm moving on, because I'm the bigger man here. Yep, I'm the bigger guy here. So if you're here, say hi in the chat, and hope you're gonna have a good Memorial Day tomorrow. Any big plans? Cookouts, barbecue, pool parties, going to the mountains or the beach, or just staying home with your family? I'm just going to be home. The wife is going back home to Maryland. So I'll probably do 2 water changes on 2 of the tanks, and then just be me, the dogs, and the kitties. We'll just hang out. But yeah, today we're under a flood watch. So, flood watch, oh my goodness. Yeah, where we live, some of the roads around here do flood out. But I don't think the wife's going anywhere today. So, but right now, I think we have a little bit of sunshine outside. I haven't got any replies yet on these babies yet. Oh, I tell you, I fed these guys today, the parents, and half of the frozen um, brine shrimp fell in the tank, and they attacked it. It's like, okay. Yeah, these guys are getting big. Oh my goodness. I think next week they'll be ready. They'll be ready for a new home. Now I am gonna. The wife wants a couple, and I want at least 2. But then once these guys are sold or people want to take them, I'm gonna probably switch the parents back in here. But first, when the tank's empty, I will clean it out, clean the gravel and everything. Now I'll put the parents back in. Let's see if it's sunny out. I decided just to leave the tank lights off here for just a little bit. That's got to go back Wednesday to the recycling center. Let's take a look. Here's a creaky door. Oh yeah, it is sunny. It is sunny out, but look, there are some clouds, but there's more. I see more blue sky. There's the wife working. I always want to give you all a look outside. This door, I don't know what to do. AW40 or something on that door. I like the lights off in the fish room because I mean I don't mind lights, but I like a dark room. A darker room, as you can see the tanks better. But yeah, if you're in the Greenville area, Greenville, Tennessee, these guys going to be $10 to $15 each, probably $10 each, and you'll be real happy with them. There's one of Mr. Snails. Some of the babies are growing bigger. Oh, they're eating that one that's dead. Ooh. Mr. Snails don't live that long. They live about a year or two. I've noticed they don't live very long. They're sort of like the guppies. They don't. I guess because they breathe a lot. I'm not sure. But yeah, this tank is looking really good. You can see the reflection now of the curtain. But that's okay. It's a fish curtain. My wife, she really picked out some good ones. She put them up and everything. So that's great. That will keep some of the heat out, and it'll keep the light out, so these tanks won't get algae on them, especially in the fall and winter, because the tank here, the cichlid tank here, gets a lot of sun. Over here, you can see my finger pointing. See, choo 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 choo. Yeah, it gets a lot of sun. So with the curtains up now, it won't get that. They're swimming around good. The cichlids. They got some a krill frozen um, cube this morning. They got a krill one. They like that. I just throw it in because they're they're fast enough, big enough in there to eat it quickly. One time I put a cube in there. I think it was a different kind of cube. I just threw it in, and it melted a little bit. And then one of the bigger fish came and just ate the whole thing. It's like that wasn't right. You ate the whole cube. But see that krill that they got today, the African cichlids. That's basically all their food for the day, because that's a lot of protein. Yeah, the discus fish are really doing good. I think they like their new digs. I think they like their new digs. So if you pop on, let me know how the audio is in the video. How is the audio? How is the video? My band, we're coming together. We're making a new album. It's gonna rock. It's gonna probably be the best album we've ever created. We've been doing this album for like 2.5 years now, and we have a new players, a new guitarist, new lead guitarist, a new keyboard player. He does synthesizers. He also does other instruments as well. And we got a new lead singer. And I'm on the drums. I'm back on the drums. I was the lead singer, but when we got this guy, he listened to some of the old albums. He's like, he said, "You're good and all, but eh, because we're gonna have the similar sound, but we're gonna be better." So I said, "Okay." I said, "I'll just go to drums." And this guy, He has been in bands all his life, different bands, and started his own band, and now he was free. I mean, he was free. He had no band right now, and we were at a club in Maryland, seeing this local band, and he was sitting there, right? And someone said, "Go up there. He's looking for a band." So I went up and talked to him and told him what we do, and we do a lot of remote work, but we can't come. And he goes, "Yeah, I got a little mini studio in my basement. I mean, it's not like those $1 million studios, the record company studios, but he goes, it'll pump out a good sound." It's like good, and I let him listen to some of ours. He goes, "What kind of audio system were you using?" I go, "Well, you're kind of using an old, outdated, cheapy sound system and a computer." He goes, "All right." He goes, "We're gonna have a better sound." So that's coming out 2027, hopefully, if I'm still alive. But yeah, these fish are doing great. And now I don't turn off the filters because that one on the right doesn't like to come back on. So I do like 30%. I can get down to 30 or 35% and still be okay. And I don't want to go too far. I don't want to go too far past the heater. So where the heater is, it's about 35, 40%. So that's pretty good. You don't have to do 100. You don't have to drain the water all the way to like 3 inches left in the bottom. You don't have to do that. Nope. You don't have to take all the water out and put all the water back in. Some people just go overboard. The only reason you do that if you're overfeeding, or you're overstocked. And your fish are pooping a lot. These fish, I'm really surprised. I mean, when I do the gravel vac every couple, like I do it like the second or third water change, and I gravel vac very light, gently. I hardly get any poop. I mean, I get some poop, but I hardly ever get any poo poo. So I think the filters are working really good. And yeah, I even get in the corners where it's hard to get to. Hardly any poo poo. So I wonder if the assassin snails are eating the poo poo. Do assassin snails eat poop? Fish poop? So that means there's not a lot of poop. That means that all the food I'm feeding them is not being pooped out. They are getting all the nourishment. Now I have to say the African cichlids, they poop really big. Their poops are long and stringy, and they can poop long ones. I'm telling you. But the filters in there do a good job of getting everything sucked up. But yeah, they don't poop that much, and they're not congested. They're not. Their bowels aren't backed up either. But yeah, they're looking really swell. Now these cherry bars, they like this corner over here. I think they found they like that little spot. I guess it's sort of like out in the wild. They've never been in the wild, but in the wild, they have little rock formations. Let's see if white orange face plays around under that um, to ornament, because he likes to go under there on his side and swim through it. If you get any bigger, you won't be able to do that. But for now, you're still okay size for that. So yeah, can you believe it's going to be Memorial Day? Oh my goodness, Memorial Day already. That'll be 4th of July. That'll be Labor Day, and then the kids will be back in school, and then it'll be 20 degrees and snowy. Then it'll be Thanksgiving, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Oh my goodness. I just hope the days after July 31st, because that's when my wife is retiring. After that, let the days go slow, please. Just slow down. Slow down the world. Let's just slow it down. I did, uh, I did scrape some of the, front of the glass off. But yeah, they're just chilling out. And I have to say, one thing, when I put them decorations in, they have not been chasing each other around. You know that? They haven't. I mean, they'll like, maybe they'll like know someone. They might know another one, but they don't. They're not chasing them around like they used to. Like they'll do that, but they won't chase them around the tank. Of course, I said that, and they just did it. But yeah, they're a lot more calmer. They're starting to get a lot more calmer. And some discus people who think they're experts. If you have a discus fish that's only 5 or 6 inches, they're stunted. Your discus are only 4 or 5 inches, or mine are 8, 10 inches. Mine are, and they think your fish are stunted. Your fish, come on. You know what? Unless you breed them, unless you breed the discus fish, and you know the parents are big, right? The babies are probably going to be big. When you buy them from a supplier, you don't know the parents. The parents could have been 5 inches. You never know. Or the parents could be 8 inches. So you never know, but I just think they're doing swell. They're doing really good. I'm so happy. Yep. And today I think is today's day 87. So we're almost at 100 days I've had the fish. Now the newer ones are about maybe a little less time, but the older ones that are in there, they're going to be almost 100 days. It'll be almost 4 months. Yep. And hopefully in August I'll buy that new tank. And I was thinking about putting some of them in there. I was going to put like Big Red and the other one, that one that's right there in the center by the decoration. I'll put him in there. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We're not going to rush things. Not going to rush anything. So after the stream, I'm going to just get some ice water and play with the dogs. And then a little bit later, I'll do the kitty cats. And then the wife is cooking breakfast for dinner tonight. Yeah, pancakes, bacon. Yeah. It's always good to have breakfast food for dinner. Yeah. So, what's your favorite food? My favorite foods, I really like steamed shrimp. I have to say what I can get here. I do like a steak, a nice 6 ounce sirloin. I do like buffalo wings. And I do like salads. I do like fruit. And I do like water. I'm a very heavy water drinker. And spaghetti, but I can't have spaghetti too much because it makes me sick. I don't know. Spaghetti makes me sick if I eat too much. That's why when I cook it, I only make just a little bit in a bowl because I get sick for some reason. I don't know why. I don't eat any sweets, or I rarely have any. Because if I eat anything with chocolate in it, I'm sick. An hour, I'm in the bathroom. Ugh. Like, we'll be at a restaurant and a table will order like a nice chocolate cake with ice cream and hot fudge on it. And I go, wow, that looks really good. And then she says, yeah, you can get it if you want. I go, no, I don't think I'll get it. She goes, yeah, you'll be in the bathroom. I go, yeah, I'll be in the bathroom in 10 minutes. But I did have the other day, Trish bought me dessert because I did a lot of work for her. She bought me a cookie. It was a cookie with ice cream and hot fudge and nuts on it. And it was good. And it didn't make me sick because it wasn't really chocolate. And the syrup, the hot fudge wasn't really a lot, so it didn't affect me. And I don't really eat potato chips, but I don't eat potato chips a lot, occasionally. But I'll get them on if they're on sale, a bag, but they always get stuck in my teeth. And I got a dental floss and got to order pick it out. Just gets on my teeth. I don't want anything stuck in my teeth. And I like watermelon. I can eat a whole watermelon in one sitting. And I'll be in the bathroom all night, but it's good. I like oranges, tangerines, chicken. Of course, I like chicken, breast chicken. The breast, the white breasted chicken, you can cook.
You up here?
Yeah, I'm on, but what's up? Is it working? All finished?
No. I was going to go in the house and get a drink.
Don't worry, nobody's on. I did the water change. It looked pretty good. Look at the cherry bars, Trish. I'll move this over here. Look at the cherry bars. They got all better when I water changed them.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? Showing them?
We have a friend in the garden. It's a
Huh?
toad.
Oh, where?
It's right next to one of my garden beds, but I almost stepped on it. It was on the edge of the
I
grass.
thought it was a snake. I thought it was a snake.
No, when it first moved, I thought it was too.
Oh no. Which bin is it in so I know when I walk?
It's not in a bin. It's right next to it.
Okay.
And I still have to do stuff in that bin, so it might move.
Do they croak at night? Do they go?
I don't know. Frogs do, but I don't know if that one does.
Cool.
Anyway, I'm going to go to the house for a few minutes.
If you can switch them, that'd be swell.
Who's in now?
Cooper.
Okay, do they need to go out before I switch?
Cooper probably. There's the wife. So she says we have a toad out by the garden. Cool. I guess with all this rain, it brought him out. We don't have any rivers on the property, so there's a river. There's a stream across the way, but it's a very little stream. But I don't know if he came from over there. But that'd be a lot of hops. That'd be a lot of hops on the ground. Now, see, Big Red, he does do that, but he's the boss. He's the boss. But yeah, they're all showing their colors. I don't like to promote things or anything. I don't like to promote. But if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. So if you're watching the replay, if you know anybody that would like to subscribe, I just show my fish. I don't do much else. I just show the fish. Right now, I don't show any water changes or anything because I don't have a camera stand. So I can't do the water change and hold the phone at the same time. But yeah, look, they're looking so pretty today. Even the cherry barbs. The males are really looking good. Gosh, the females, they look so plump. I don't know. I haven't seen any eggs anywhere. But these guys might eat them. But yeah, they're looking good. There are about 18 of them in there. They used to be in this tank. But this tank got so nasty. So nasty. I mean, they didn't care that it was nasty. But I was told that this is fish like other fish in the tank, like little fish. So I was able to capture them all and put them in there. Eventually, I want to put in the rummy nose, but they're big. They're huge. Rummy noses are pretty big. So I don't know. But for now, this is cool. This is really cool. Don't forget to hit the like button too. So if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there's a lot of content on there. Even the older content is really cool to see. And I'm sorry, but my channel's no frills, sorry. Just showing the fish. There's no drama. There's nothing like that. I just show my fish. And if you would like to see fish, my channel's cool. But that's enough self-promoting. I don't really like to do that because I don't want to force anyone to do what they don't want to do anything. No. And I was really surprised. They really people, the god experts, discus experts, the gods. They think they're the gods of discus. They would probably say, "Oh, you put those in there, you're gonna freak them out. You're gonna stress them out. Then they're not gonna eat." Well, I put it in. They sort of went to the corner for a second, but then after I was finished, I walked away. I came back a little bit later, and they were all out here swimming like this. So see, you gotta watch out who you follow on YouTube because there's a lot of so-called experts out there. I think they know it all, but they don't. I rather follow someone that shows their fish, talks about their fish, and doesn't say, "Don't do this, don't do that. You got to do this. You got to have a barrel. You got to have a sump. You got to have 4 freaking filters. You got to have 3 heaters. You got to have 3 UVs." No, there's plenty of fish keepers on YouTube that I watch or I've seen. Discus fish, they don't have that big setups. Now they might have the canister filter. They might have 2 canister filters, but they don't go overboard. Even the ones that breed discusers, they don't go overboard. So just a little caution out there. If you got someone that's preaching this and that and the other, and you got to do this and you can't do this, and you do this, your fish will get stuck. Um, kind of just move on from those people. Even though they might have pretty and beautiful discus fish, it's their rhetoric that they talk about. So I would just move along. Move along to someone like me who just show their fish. Yep. But enough of that. It's been a great holiday weekend for everybody. It's really been great. So even though it's been raining every day, it's still been nice. Been nice to have Trish here. And just another little while and she'll be here full time. Yep. So hopefully you're all gonna have a good day tomorrow. No cookouts. No cookouts for us. No. But yeah, the discus and the cherry barbs are looking really good. So, man, I'm getting a lot of people going on, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm also on Discord, but just DM me if you want an invite, because my Discord's private. We talk about fish, we talk about food, we talk about a lot of stuff on there. General stuff. But no drama. No drama. These guys are doing good. So, they don't seem to care that there's a little bit of algae in there, but I'll try the best I can. But that tank will be changed soon. It'll be looking better. Looking better. And since I just do the water change in there and I try to just get the best I can, the algae out of there the best I can. And just hope that those 2 big mistress snails will eventually clean it up. Because it does take them a while. They're not really fast cleaners, but once they start working on a tank and they start working on it, they eventually will get it pretty clean. I don't know if they eat the stuff on the ground on the sand. I don't know if they will eat that stuff, but anyway, let's take a look here. Looking good. That's from that valve scenario, that the larger valve scenario that we put in there 4, 5, 6 months ago is probably taken off. Once it takes off, it can grow. And then that's another valve there, I believe. That's finally growing. It takes a while. It takes a while for it to grow, and root out. And we put nothing. I put nothing in that tank. No root tabs. No plant food or nothing. Just let it grow naturally. We do water changes every week, and it just rejuvenates it and it grows more. I do cut off some of the bad parts that are on there, but it doesn't look like there's really any. So the battle scenario and the crypt plants, are there any plants that I can successfully not kill off? I even bought those plants. See those plants there? They told me that they're unkillable. Well, I killed them. They're starting to grow. They're starting to grow some new green leaves. So hopefully they'll drop those bad ones, and I can pick them up and they'll grow new ones out. But before I turn the light down to 50%, they were getting really bright light in there, so that's probably why it bloomed up. But I've been doing water changes, and it's still on the sand there. It just still comes back. That's why I'm gonna get rid of that. Don't ever buy full full filter sand unless you're in a room where there's no light at all, and you keep your lights on very low. If you're in a room that has a little light in it, or if you have your light at 70% or higher, you're gonna get it's gonna accumulate it. So eventually that'll be tank will be really looking good, and see they're the white fish, so I really don't want to mess with it too much because they're herd fish. I couldn't sleep last night. I didn't go to bed till like 2:30, but the dog slept in today till 6:30. I was surprised, and then we all fed them. They all went back to bed, and I did my feedings at the same time. And I went back to the house, took a little nap, and then came back, did the stock pond filter. I cleaned that one out, and I did the water change here. It's so easy here with the Python. If you're not gravel vacuum, you just put it in and just sucks it in the sink, and then you go, okay, that's good enough for the water change. No, that's good enough. Turn it off. I kind of drain out the water that was still in the hose, drain it into the sink, and then put it back in, put the water in, make sure the water's not too hot, too cold, and fill her up. I see if the gravel needs, if the glass needs cleaning or anything. If it doesn't, I don't do it on this time around. And I put the water conditioner in, the Fritz water conditioning in, and done, complete. It takes maybe 10 minutes. Yep, 10 minutes. It's better than the hose and a bucket. Because we had the fish tanks at the other house, a 75-gallon tank, I had a hose and a bucket. I had to carry the bucket out the sliding door, walk on the deck, and pour the water into the flower garden or just in the grass. It took me about 10, 15 trips. Yep. And then the water, I had to go to the sink. That wasn't, it's a kitchen sink, so it's not made for fish tanks, right? And it's a kind of faucet that you can't put a python on. So he filled the bucket up, carried it in through the kitchen, through the lid, through the big room, to the fish tank, pour it in, lift it up, pour it in, come back, do it again, come back, do it again, come back. Take about 15 trips, and then after that, then you put the water conditioner in and you're finished. That takes about, it took me about 45 minutes or more just to do that one tank. And then I had to do it to the other three in the front room. And that was even further distance. That was even a further distance away. And of course, you spill it with the bucket. Carrying the bucket, the water's going to move around. And you get the water on the floor, and you're going to mop it up. Python. Simple, man. Very simple to do. You can actually do other stuff while you're water changing. Just make sure you keep an eye on it because you don't want to take out too much. Yeah, then plus the python, it's not just as disturbing. When you have a bucket and you have to pour that in, pour the bucket, have the bucket over the top of the tank, pour it in the water is more rough going in. It's just more stressful on the fish. Python is just one stream coming out of the hose, and you can control the speed too. Like if you have fish that don't like a lot of flow, you can put it in a little slower. If you have an empty tank with nothing in it and you're just refilling the water that evaporated, you can put it on high speed. But yeah, things are going great. Almost at 100 days with these fish. Almost 100 days. Ah, yeah. Because it was early March when I got them. So it's almost 100 days. Almost. But I don't know how old they were when I got them. They could have been a month or two old when I got them. Not sure. Now, the big red, I don't know how old he was. He came like 5 inches. So he's probably the oldest one in the tank. If no one comes on the next, oh hi Cinnamon, how you doing? Cinnamon girl, how you doing? Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Thank you. I just did the water change on them like about 45 minutes ago, and the cherry barbs and the discus fish. They're really happy after the water change. They get more active. I'll give you a close up here. Yeah. This guy right here, when I got him, he was sick. I thought I was going to lose him, but I've nursed him back to health. Still pretty good. I don't know how big he'll get, but I thought he was going to die. The one right there, that one. But I nursed him back to health. And these two, that right there and that right there, they're new. They're new uh, decorations. Thank you. Yeah, they are pretty. I mean, discus really aren't hard to take care of. You just got to make sure you don't overfeed. You have plenty of food, different variety of foods, because you might get one that doesn't like pellets. You might get one that doesn't like the flakes, or you might get one that doesn't like something, right? So you got to have a variety of foods on hand. So I have like two of these guys. This one right here, that one, and that one does not like flake food or the tetra pellets. They would not eat that at all. But they like everything else. All the other dudes, all the other guys, they eat anything except the flake. They don't like the flakes as much. So I don't know. It's beef heart flakes from the company that I got the fish from, and they said they feed that to their fish all the time. But yeah, the cherry barbs. Yeah, I'm trying to get them to breed too. I mean, a couple weeks ago they were doing the dance in the plants there, but I think if they had babies in there, the discus fish would eat them probably. But when the cherry barbs used to be in this tank here, the 20, and I did see one baby fry. I went, oh, good, they had a baby, right? And I was feeding it the magic food from Aquarium Co-op, and it was starting to do good. Then one day I came, I looked in, it was gone. I said, okay, I guess they ate it. But I moved them out of here and I moved them in here because there's a little bit of friskiness going on with the discus fish. The boss fish, which was this one right here. Hi. That was the boss fish at one time. And I think this one and this one are females. And you know how females are. This one was chasing this one a lot. And that's why I got three more fish. And now the boss is the big red. And he keeps things in line. And there's not much going on anymore. But you put the dither fish in, they call them dither fish. And they're so active that they keep the discus fish occupied and they don't seem to. But see, he does keep them in line. He keeps them in line, make sure that they know where their place is. Yeah, mine they like the bloodworms too. You know, you think with the big discus fish in there and the little fish, they wouldn't get any food. Oh, don't have to worry about that. I feed the frozen brine shrimp and the frozen bloodworms, freeze dried blackworms. They love that. All the fish like that. They get everyone gets at least one or two or three bites of food at least or more. Let's see what the cherry bars. They come in, boom, get a piece of food. They go back. Then they come back, get another piece of food, come back. And the dishwashers, they just gobble everything up. When I do the water changes, I guess I'm doing a good job because there's not a lot of poop. So I guess all the food is being used in their body. But they get fed 3 or 4 times a day, little meals. Because I got the babies in there. They're so small, so they need to eat. So yeah, just they usually get a frozen something in the morning, and then 2 feedings will get just a little scoop. These little tiny scoops of tetragranules. And if they don't eat, they don't eat. Other ones don't eat, they don't eat. And then at night they'll get frozen bloodworms or a freeze dried cube. That's it. Then when they get bigger, you don't have to feed them as much. Maybe twice a day, once a day. But when I had I got 3 little babies in there still, and they're still growing, so they need to eat a little bit more, and they all get their fair share. Well, right now this tank is a 55, and in August, I'm getting a 120, which is going right behind me where I'm sitting. And I want to move some of them into the 120. But for now, this is more, these were all babies at one time, so they've grown, so I will be moving them into the other tank probably in August, whenever that tank cycles. But the problem is finding a 120. It doesn't cost $4 grand with the stand. Everywhere I look, it's $4 grand now. We were at PetSmart the other day, and they had a 125 for $6.99 with the stand and everything. But it's 72 inches long, and that's too long. Where we're putting it, I'll show you where we're putting it. We're gonna put the 120 right here where this stuff is right now. We're gonna butt it alongside here. But if you got the 125, see this is the cat room right there. We have 2 freezers in there. If you got the 125, they wouldn't be able to get the freezer out if it breaks down or it doesn't work anymore. And they wouldn't be able to put a new one in because it would be no space. So that's why we need a 120 or a 90. So Cinnamon, I'll show you around my fish. You haven't seen my fish room, have you? You want to see the babies? Here are the baby. These are the ones that Jeff wants. The baby red fire Epistogrammes. I got the word out, so hopefully we'll I'll have some people interested in these. I think a lot of people don't know what they are because when I was talking to the guy at the pet store, he thought they were Grammys. I go, no, a pistogrammy, and I showed him a picture of them. Oh, I never heard of them before. But he belongs to a group on Facebook, and I put a little post on there. I didn't put any price on there. I just said, I put a little code they told me to use because you're not allowed to put prices on Facebook. But yeah, they're getting bigger. You can tell where the males are. That's a male. That's there's a lot of males in here. So the wife wants a couple. I want a couple, and then we will. I was Jeff said between $10 and $15 each. So I mean, I don't really want to make a lot of money. I don't care about that. I just want to find them a home. Because I'm sure the parents are going to breed again, so it's not like we're not going to have more. So, but yeah, 10 to 15 bucks each, whatever. I just want to find these guys a home. At least the wife wants four. I want like three or four. So that's 7 or 8. I think there's like 35 in here. I think there's 35. I'm not sure. It's hard to count when they're all swimming around. And it's like, oh, did I count that one already? Here are the parents right here. So that's what they're going to look like when they get older. They are really pretty. You see, they won't breed in here, which is good. So whenever the babies are gone, they're going back in their original tank. I said, just hold off. No breeding. No more, no more. So that's them. They're pretty cool. This is my tank I bought in 1982, and it's still going strong. Many, many different fish that were in here over the years. But right now it's got one Cory cat that survived. He's like 6 years old. I got some Chinese algae eaters. I got one platy that survived. The lone platy. He's the last one there I've had. I got two yo-yos and I got some catfish. But you only see the albino. You don't see the other ones. This one's empty. This one's just got mystery snails in it. Trying to clean the tank up. Down here is the waste tank, but it's my tank, but it's her fish. It's messy, but I'm going to get rid of the sand. And we're just going to put colored gravel in there because for some reason, pool filter sand attracts algae. It's all. Here's the other. This is my waste tank. Just has a few guppies in there, some Chinese algae eaters, the little catfish pucka in there. He's huge. And there's some yo-yos and Chinese algae eaters. And then one little cardinal tetra and then one other tetra in there right there. But they were like a school of she had a school of 12 of each of those, and they all died. I don't know. Here's my mess, all my wires. Oh my god. Oof. My waste goldfish. They are huge, but they're cool. They really sparkle. I gotta clean that bus. And here's my tank with just some snails and some baby mystery snails and some 3 Cory cats, 2 Cory cats, and a Cory cat puffer. That Cory cat puffer right there, that's my wife's. They've been living a long time in there. This has a catfish plucking on it, but he's not out right now. His light comes on for a couple hours. It doesn't stay on very long. Wife's tank empty. This was the snails for the puffers that we used to have, but they don't. Puffers are dead now, so we're just keeping them around until they die. No biggie. This is the tank that the puffers were in. It's a Fluval. Trying to sell this for 25 bucks if you want it. $25. And then I guess I could turn these lights on now. It's just a tank. I'm just trying to grow some plants that were dying. It's got a big ass Mr. Snail in there. And this one I'm going to be taking out the sand and putting gravel in it. My wife's hermit tank crabs. Hermit, hermit crabs. Look good they're eating. Yeah, there they are. They're eating. Yeah. She has 3 or 4 in here. Alright, she might have to fill that back up. So she put this together. It's really cool. And this is a hospital tank. Howdy, how you doing? Aquarium maintenance. How you doing? I'm just showing around the tank. This is the hospital tank. And I'm just trying to grow some plants in here, but if there's a fish sick, it'll go in here, and I'll try to bring it back to life. And these plants are growing outside. It's really cool. I've never had plants growing outside the tank before. But see, I have this little bottle here. I just spray them every other day or so, just to keep them moist. But yeah, this is the fish room. I don't know if you heard Jeff mention about my fish room, the building we have for them. It's really awesome. Fish room, the next room is the cat room, the other side's storage, and where all our farm equipment is. And it's also my wife builds things in here. Yep. And then here's the betta. Oh, good, it's like came. My wife's betta. Stormy. There's Stormy. Now these plants, you think, okay, wow, that's really a bare tank, right? These plants were on death's door too. Algae, all the glass were out covered in algae. I couldn't get rid of. I could not get rid of it. So someone told me what to put in the filter. I forgot what, but he said put that in there, and 4 or 5 months to it, that everything will be cleared up. And it's true, it's cleared up. So eventually, this tank, all the plants will grow out. But yeah, I'm just so happy because it was a nightmare. Oh, my wife bought all these plants for this tank, and she's not here. I'm taking care of all her tanks and my tanks. And I was just like, Trish, all your plants are covered in algae and crap. I can't do it, and they're dying. So then when she was here a couple of times ago, we got that stuff for it, and it took a while, but finally. So they will grow back, and eventually will all fill in. But you know, plants are slow growers. Hey, Cinnamon Girl, have you ever? I want to show you a tank, a guppy tank. Have you ever seen this much guppy grass in a 10-gallon guppy tank? Look at this. Oh my goodness. So much. I mean, it was just one little clump, wasn't even a big clump a couple months ago, and now the whole tank is filled. I guess I'll just leave it like this, right? Just leave the tank like this until, in case if the if the guppy grass starts turning brown or something, just take out the dead ones. But yeah, these guys are so happy. These are my wife's guppies. Yeah, no, it does. I'm just gonna keep it this way, and all the little dead snails, my assassin snails killed them all. Hallelujah. I think the assassin snails are dead now, but they killed. I had like so many in here, thousands of them. They're all gone now. There's a couple left, but I'm just glad because I don't like. I'm sorry, I'm not a bad snail person. I don't like them. Some people like them, I don't. But yeah, they're really, really excited. I think I fed them already. Did I feed them? I think I did. And then my wife's tank, another empty tank. Now these were all from other house, but this one I just like to put my hand in here. Sand, nice. Makes me remember the beach because we don't have any beaches here, Tennessee. And my wife's mystery snail tank. Tons of big ones in there. I don't know if you heard that the lawnmower. She's working out there today. So there's 2 tanks are empty, another empty one. So And then that's an empty one there. I think she said she eventually wants to get shrimp, but she has no good luck with shrimp. Every time she got the shrimp, they died. And then my cichlid light, African cichlid tank here, the light doesn't come on till 4 because before we got the curtains, my wife bought these cool curtains. A lot of sunlight was coming on this tank, and it was just algae. The glass was always algae covered, and that's why I had the light from 4 to 8 o'clock. But they don't really need a lot of light. You're told that your fish have to have lights. The light's just for us. The fish don't care. But yeah, oh no, this big guy here. See the big guy right there? He's the boss. His name is Rockzilla. He's like almost 7 years old. It's got to be at least 7 inches long. This is a 75-gallon tank. But yeah, this is so this tank, my 1982 tank, and my wife's tank were the three we had at the other house before we went crazy with all the other fish tanks. We got some of the 10 gallons for free. My neighbor, my neighbor didn't want them anymore, so we got them for free. 3 of them. I always like it when they're free. And this rack here, this rack was we bought, and my wife put it together. We bought it down here. My wife put it together. She's a person that builds things, and I can't do anything tool wise. And then this rack was in our basement at our other house. And in the basement at our other house, it was like huge, right? Put it here, and the fishing was small. But yeah, no tanks going on the back of this one. So, and then here, Current Co-op, the owner, he did a video on how to grow moss. So we're trying to grow some moss there. You want to take a look outside real quick? I always like to show outside. See if it's sunny out or it got cloudy. We're under a flood watch today. Oh yeah, it's still sunny out. There's the wife's garden up there. Look at it, it's still sunny. We're supposed to get 3-4 inches of rain today. That's all our property. This is just part of our property. Just one side of our property, so it's about 4 acres, almost 4 acres. And we're going to buy 7 more acres that's around it eventually, whenever the guy wants to sell it. He told us that we get first dibs. First dibs on the property. There's my sink, our water heater, and yeah, this is our fish room. So one more big tank, and that's it. So if you know anyone that's trying to get rid of a 120 and a stand for free in the Greenville, Tennessee area, and they don't mind delivering it if they have a truck, a lot of people around here in Tennessee have trucks, pickup trucks. They can put it on their truck and just drive it here. I mean, I'll pay them. I'll pay them $40 to deliver it. I mean, I'll pay for them to drive it here. But yeah, I love Storm. He's awesome. Oh, I forgot to show you one other fish, Cinnamon. Yes, we're gonna eventually. I would say probably in the next 5 years, I'm gonna have. I can show you where it's gonna be. Here, let me take you back outside. I just want a little pond, nothing huge, with a nice landscape around it, and maybe a couple benches. The white planted some trees over there where the cornfields are, right over there where the sticks are. I don't know if you can see them, but that's gonna be a small pond. And then right here in that bare area, it's gonna be. My wife's gonna build a fire pit. We're gonna have a fire pit, some seats out there, and then over here we're gonna have a chicken coop. My wife's building a chicken coop for chickens, and we also have a duck house with a pool in it. She's building that. So that's something she's going to be putting on the side. And then we're also going to get some, probably over here somewhere, I'm not sure where, we're going to have 2 or 3 miniature donkeys. And then on the other side, I'm going to get some, next to the dog run, I want to get some goats. So that's our future here. And a lot of my friends, fish friends, said, "Hey Tom, when your cats pass away, you got another whole room, more fish tanks." And it's like, no, 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 no. I even told the wife, I go, Trish, when the fish pass away, yeah, when the fish pass away, can we have more tanks in there? She went, no. I'm like, okay. So I think I want to turn that into a man cave. Yeah, just a man cave. Some nice cushy furniture and some cool lights, strobe lights, or some cool signs, and maybe a computer desk in there with one of my laptops. Put it on there. The internet's okay out here because it's a metal building, so it's not really fast. So, because metal building internet, metal, so it's hard to. But we do have 2 pods in here that we got from Starlink, and there's pods in the house, upstairs in the house, and in the kitchen and the family room. Just to boost it, because living in the country, we have no Comcast, no Verizon, no even local cable companies out here. And we were interested in just getting Comcast, so that's what we have here at home, out of the house. They go, well, yeah, there's a pole like 2 miles away from your house, so they'd have to dig through the road, through your property, to get the lines and all. It's like, They said it'll cost about 10 grand. It's like we're not paying 10 grand to get Comcast. So we got Starlink, and it's easy. The guy came, put it up, installed it in one day. I mean, it only cost, I think, he charged like $120 to install it. And the unit, you buy it and it's yours. You don't rent it like Comcast, where you have to rent the box and everything. You buy it, it's yours. You buy the satellite, you buy the equipment, it's yours. You only pay 100. I think my wife pays 120 a month. And Comcast, I have internet at the other house too, because my wife needs it there. It's $160 at home. Yeah, so it's more expensive at home than Starlink. So, and Starlink, it never goes out. I was surprised, It never. I haven't lost it, and we've had some bad storms here. It's solid. Cool, yeah. And our contractor, he said on part of the property he said, I would like to live on your property. I'll build a little barn, because he can do that because he's a contractor. He builds stuff and does houses, flips houses and everything. He's doing our house right now, getting ready for sale. He said, I'll build a nice little barn. I'll build a hayloft where I can sleep. I'll have some horses, some horse stalls, and I'll lease our horses and I'll take care of them. And my wife's like, oh no, I don't think so. It sounds good, but no. I said, yeah, Trish, let him do that because if anything breaks down, he can fix it and he won't charge us anything. But that's okay. I don't think there's enough room for a little barn for horses here. I think you need like 20 acres or at least 25 acres or something like that. But yeah, these are cool. Things are cool. I'm so happy that these are really good. Yeah, I agree, Cinnamon. Yep. And one thing about here, we did need permits for the building. We did have, and the inspector had to inspect it 3 times. But the inspector that came to check out everything that was being done, our electrician and our guy that did the water and put the water line in and did all the other stuff. They're buddies. They're best friends. Because we were waiting for the contractor to come, and I said, can you tell him to come and check and take a look at it? He goes, yeah, I'll call him today. And then I got like a phone call 10 minutes later. Devin just called. I'm going to come out and check your building. And then the other time he came, I didn't even see him. He came so early. But everything passed. There's no issues. But yeah, if you build like a chicken coop or a fenced-in area for your goats, or if you have miniature donkeys or anything else like that, you don't need a permit. So yeah, my wife, she's gonna be building those. I don't know when. I think August. I think she's gonna start building the chicken coop in August. I think. I'm not sure. Cause she's still working. She was working until July, and then she was retiring. But she's still got to work in Maryland. Cause see, someone has to be there at the house to make sure our contractor is on schedule and things get done. And plus, she's getting a good salary, and she just got a 10% raise, so she's gotta make sure she can get some of those paychecks. But yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. 3 acres. That's cool. At first, when we first were looking at this house, I go, it's got a lot of land, but I wanted like 20 acres, 15 acres, but there wasn't really a lot of that land here. I mean, we looked all over Northeast Tennessee. We looked all over. Every time we drove down here to look for houses, oh my goodness. We must have put a lot of miles on it. That real estate guy, he showed us a lot of places, but we finally found this place. And when I'm cutting the lawn, it's like, okay, it's a lot of land. It takes me a whole day or so to cut the lawn. And that's with the John Deere tractor. But we're going to hopefully get that 7 acres that's surrounding our property. Because the guy that owns it says he's going to sell it soon. And my wife and him are pretty chummy. They're pretty good, pretty chummy. So I think she told him when she was going to be retiring. So he said, okay, I'll let you know when you retire and sell your other house. Because we told him at the moment we don't have a lot of money to buy something else, that big purchase. So I said, no problem, because I got 6 other properties, so it's not like I'm in a hurry to upload it. But if someone else bought that land, I don't think they can really build anything on there. Because it's sort of on a hill, and you're like 1,000 feet from the railroad tracks. And do you actually want to be that close to the train? And then there's another like 5 acres that a company down the road, like 2 miles down the road, a petroleum company, they own that property, and they're not selling it. I think they also have animals. They own some property with animals because they grow corn every year. I said, Trish, they're growing the corn again. I said, do you think they eat it? And she said, I think that's cow corn or animal feed corn. Oh, okay. And I was worried this year that I didn't see them planting because normally I see them plant the corn crops and everything. And I did see them in the fall when they cut it all down. That was cool. But I didn't see them plant it. But I drove by the other day and the corn is growing. It's like cool. They did grow. They did put it there. But they're like right up on the train track. So. Yep. But one thing about here, living here, people don't get in your business. Even though we don't really have any neighbors. We don't have any close neighbors, and And the neighbors we do have, they have over 5 acres, 5 to 8 acres. So it's not like you live in a community where there's house on house on house on house. So nobody bothers you. I like that. Though we did have, when we were building the building, we did have a lot of neighbors that drove by or drive by. They came and inquired about what we're doing. What are you doing? That looks really cool. Or they'd say, I knew the people that lived in that house. My third cousin, 4 generations ago, lived here. It's funny. Okay, cool. Are they fish people? Because I got some red fire pistol Grammys. I mean, Knoxville from here. I think it's like 47 miles, something like that. So it's about a couple. It's a day's trip, but we want to go eventually go to Knoxville just to see how it is. But I'm not really in a hurry to see it. But and I want to go to. I like to go to Chattanooga just to the aquarium, but that's going to be a 8 9 hour drive. It's so far away. And okay, you're the only fish person. Okay. Yeah, my wife liked fish and all, but she wasn't really into fish. When I bought my first tank back in 1982, and then I restarted it back up in 2020, we went to this fish store, House of Tropics, in Anne Arundel County, Maryland. Great store. It's been in business for like 40 years. And looking around and went down the aisle where the fish tanks were and the stands, and I go, Trish, would you like to buy one? We can get maybe a 29-gallon. That would fit next to mine in the family room. She was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I said, look, Trish, you get the stand in the tank. It was like $220 for a 29-gallon and a nice. It was for this tank right here. 29 in the stand. It was already put together, so she didn't have to put it together. And I said, well, just think about it. Walked around. We looked at all the tanks. And she goes, well, let's see. Because at the time, we didn't know if there was a stand for it. So we asked the guy, I said, is there a stand for that tank? And he looked around and he didn't see anything. He goes, I might have one in the back storage room. So he came out with that stand. He said the tank and the stand, $220. I think it was that. It was not very expensive. And I'm like, okay, we'll take it. And then we got some more tanks, but she's too busy. She likes them and all, but she lets me take care of them. She likes to look at them and everything, but she's more focused now on her garden, her big vegetable garden. 25 vegetable bins out there. And she's focused on building the chickens and the duck house and getting. We're trying to get donkeys, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's not going to be next week. It might be a year or two down the road. But, so she's not really into it. I mean, she likes my discus fish and everything, but she she's not like me wanting to get another tank, want to get more fish, more of this, more of that. Cause yeah, well, I have to take care of her tanks because I got the routine down and everything. One day I did every tank in this room one afternoon, right, with the Python system. So it's one, two, three, four. It's 17 takes I had to do, and I did it all in one day, right? It took me about 2.5 hours. But the wife, she couldn't do that. She couldn't do all that water changes and everything. I did tell her though, when I go back up to Maryland to check out the house, our house, and make sure everything was done the way we want it done before we sell it, I said, Trish, I'm gonna be gone maybe 3 days. I said, you can kind of go relaxed on the other fishes, on the other fish tanks. You can kind of like leave them be if you don't want to deal with them. Just give them a little food. But the discus fish, I told her I'm writing everything down what to do. She won't do a water change or anything, but I'll do that before I leave. But I'm gonna tell her what to feed her in the morning, afternoon, evening, and because I don't want anything to happen to them. Because I think this whole tank in here, these fish, I'm sure it's about $1,500 probably worth of discus fish. Yeah, they're probably worth about $1,500. I don't know, maybe not the small ones, but the three big ones you could probably sell $200 to $600 maybe. But I'm not selling them. Nope, I'm not selling. But if I had to. But yeah, so I told her that tank you have to be more careful with. She said, just write it down, write what you want me to do. I said, the other ones are fine. I mean, before I had the distance fish, we would go home. I would go home to see everybody, my wife and my sisters, brothers and sisters. I'd be gone for a week. I ain't, I ain't worried at all about the other fish. I came home. There, I checked. When I came home a week later, checked all the fish. They were all there. They were there. They were still there. No dead ones or anything. And I just fed them just a bit when I got home. I just fed them all just a little bit because they didn't eat for a week. But yeah, for distance fish, you gotta be a little more. But you hear a lot about that, right? You hear a lot from the so-called God expert fish keeper, distance keepers. Can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. We do this. We do this. Well, I've had them since March, and a lot of those myths are not true. The only thing I've noticed is that they're picky eaters, and because I did lose one that didn't want to eat, and I moved him to the hospital tank. I put the lights on very low. He had a lot of plants in there from around when. I gave him his favorite food. Wouldn't eat at all. Wouldn't eat at all. Gave him some meds. Thought maybe he had something in something, but he didn't have anything wrong medically. He just stopped eating. So he wasn't eating that tank. I had him in there for 7 days. So I go, okay, do I want you to die? Because I know he's going to die if he's not going to eat. Do I want you to die in here alone, or do I want you to die with your buddies? So I said, okay, I'll put him back in with his buddies. I thought we maybe made a turn, one day, because he ate like one little bit, and he just wouldn't eat. I put the food right in front of his nose. I let it drop right in front of his nose. He wouldn't even go near it, and that was his favorite food. He'd go cuckoo over. Oh, hey there, Christine. Thanks for joining. So, but anyway, yeah, they're picky, and just make sure you don't overfeed them. And just do a water change, every couple of days. That's it. Oh, is Robert here too? Oh, hey, Robert, I didn't see you. Hello. Thank you all for coming. I just thought I'd do this live stream today since, it's the day before Memorial Day. And just show off the discus fish and just show some of the other fish around. I don't know if you want some epistogrammies, but these are the ones that Jeff wants a pair of. I don't know if I can ship them, I'm afraid. But yeah, they're getting bigger. Yep. I think another week or so they should be ready to go. Yep. Here are the parents. Thank goodness they're not breeding in this tank. But once the babies are gone and I clean the tank out a little bit, I'm putting these guys back in. But yeah, the only I'll tell you if there's any way I'll ship these, if he ships me a box with a bag in it where I can put the water in and the fish in, and then I'll have to buy one of those little air canister things, put air in it, and then I'll go and take it to the wherever we ship it to. That's the only way that I do it. He'd have to send me a bag, box in a bag, and he said he'll send me fish that I might want, but I don't really want any more fish. Not right now. I don't want any more fish. I'm good. Because my wife, for her business, she has a Greyhound business. She sells coats, collars, dog toys, pajamas for dogs, and whippets, and she does a lot of shipping. And that's a lot of work on her. But clothing is easier than live animals. Because if it doesn't get to the person, she can always make more, make a new coat or something. Because she has a lot of fabric and everything. So, but yeah. But yeah, here's my distance. They're looking really good. It's almost been 100 days. Almost 100 days. I think today is 87. And looking good. So, that big guy, the red one, I call him Big Red. He's the boss. He keeps everyone in line. See, they're not really, you think they're chasing. They're not really chasing. They're not really being aggressive. But if you don't know the behavior, you might think they are, but they're not. Compare, compare that to these guys, uh, African cichlids. These guys will chase and chase and chase. One will chase a fish around for like sometimes a minute. Then they have to go up at the top of the tank and recover. This one, I thought wasn't doing so good, but still hanging in there. And that big guy there, he's Rockzilla. He's like 7, 8 inches long. He's the boss. But the other night he was chasing. Which one was he chasing? He was chasing that one. He chased it forever. He wouldn't stop it. I had to go up and put my hand, wave my hand in front of the glass because he was chasing that thing. So, but yeah, this one's Sparky. He's sort of blue with black markings and little red. He was so tiny when I found him when I was cleaning out the tank. Well, we had to we had to move all our tanks down here. We had to drive them all down here. It was not fun. You have to move 8 hours away with 20 fish tanks. Oh, it's a nightmare. He was so small, and now look at him. He's so big. He was in a cottage cheese cup, and my wife's cup holder all the way down. But yeah, he's coming along really, really well. Oh, thank you, Cinnamon, for coming by. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. We'll see you later, I guess. What's today? Sunday. I don't know. Is there a stream tonight? I'll check you on the stream. I'll just stream later. But the she's cooking dinner tonight. Breakfast for dinner: pancakes, bacon, and I think eggs maybe, and chicken eggs, fresh chicken eggs that we got at the farmer's market yesterday. And so that's what's for dinner. So hopefully, so yeah, this is the fish room, but it's really nice. These cabinets were at our other house when we bought all when our furniture and everything was moved down here. They brought these down. They didn't have to take them apart, thank goodness. And these guys, man, they would just pick them up, put them on the cart thing, and wheel them in. They are very strong. This is where I keep all my fish stuff, food, supplies, bucket with all kinds of lights and stuff, some other stuff, meds, stuff for the from the crabs. More stuff. Bucket with a lot of hoses and electric. Electric. So these were in our family room at our other house, but they fit in really nicer. The only thing I don't like, the only thing that I'm really not happy about is we lost two outlets here. So, because this is where I was going to put the 120. I was going to put the 120 right here, right? Because we had two more outlets, but there's nowhere else to put these. So, nowhere else to put these. But I love them now. I love them where they are. But I'm going to get maybe one more tank, and that's going to go right here. Right where this poly recycling's got to go. Right here, the 120, hopefully, will go right here. Go butt against the rack. I have enough room to scoot back here. Just don't get fat, because there's not much room down here. So don't eat like a lot of food and get a big gut or something, because you won't be able to fit back there. But yeah, here's this was one of my favorites too. Blue Diamond. That's Sky. Hey Robert. Oh, making steak. Ooh, making steak and fettuccine. Oh, cool. That sounds great. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. They're all cool. But yeah, we went the other day. Went shopping in Johnson City because we wanted to go to the. I don't know if you've seen it, the Evergreen video I posted on my YouTube channel. We went there because we wanted to get some pond stuff, and of course, my wife got some flowers. But we were there. We went to two pet stores because we have no pet stores here, and everything I got at the pet store was the two decorations here, and a SpongeBob pineapple thing. But anyway, we went to this restaurant we like to go to there. It's called Kickback Jacks. I don't know if you have a Kickback Jacks in your town. It's sort of like a bar restaurant. They have a nice bar, enclosed bar. It's really, I mean, we don't go in there, but it's huge. I'm telling you, TVs everywhere. Nice, looks like a nice atmosphere in there to watch a game or something. But the restaurant's huge, and it's near it's sort of where all the college kids go to eat, and all the waitresses and servers are, I would say, they're all in college for the most part. It's by ECU, East, no, East Carolina, no, I don't know, one of the small colleges around. But anyway, I got the steamed shrimp platter with fries. Oh my gosh! And I'm from Maryland, and Maryland's a seafood state, and we have the best seafood in Maryland, But it was really, really good. I mean, it was close to even better than some of the seafood places in Maryland. I told the waitress, I said, please keep this on the menu. She goes, yeah, we're going to keep it. It's a popular item. I said, yeah, tell the manager and your corporate people to keep this on the menu. That's cool. I did an order change on this tank too today. I just did about 35, 40%. I don't do it 80% on this tank, as I do it every 2 days, so you don't need to do huge water changes. And I'd rather do it every 2 days instead of every 4 or 5 days, because if I keep a schedule, I'm better to stick with the schedule than just say, because I'll go, oh, it looks good. I won't do it till next. I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow I say, oh, I'll do it Saturday, and then it's this is just like, oh no, I can't do that. So plus it just took me like 10 minutes to do it. You got the python there, it's up to your sink. Just suck it out, reverse the thing on the faucet, Water goes back in. You put your water conditioner in. You clean some of the glass if it needs it, and you're done. You're done. You don't have to worry about buckets or spilling anything on the floor with a bucket or kicking it or pouring the water in and you're scaring your fish because they'd probably be scared with a big bucket by the glass. So yeah. Plus, the fish don't seem to be bothered by it. That's the thing I want to feed them. I put the tube in. They're like, "Oh, food, food, food." Yeah, I know all about algae. But I guess you saw the new curtains, right? That my wife got. She put up. That's really helping keep the sunlight out, and hopefully that will. Um, Besides, I got all the lights on 40 to 50%, except for the wife's tank, which is normal and on normal light. But that's in the corner. It really gets no sun. But with them curtains now, it's going to keep the sun from coming in. So hopefully the algae will not grow as much. Yeah, they're cool. I didn't know what kind she bought, right? So I just said, could you just get some fish curtains? I don't care what kind they are. You know, something to cover the windows up and just make the room look nicer. And she bought them, and I was like, she put them up, and I came to see, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they're cool. Now, granted, they're marine fish and all, but I don't care. Fish are fish, as long as they do the job. I told her just get regular curtains. I don't care. Just get something for them. Now the cats, they don't have any curtains because cats, you know how cats are. They might like to climb up on them, and so. But the cats are fine. They don't care. There's no fish tanks in there. There's no water except for their water bowls. So there's no algae in there. But, yep. And plus now, even though you see a little bit of reflection in the tank, it's still I can see the fish much better now without the glare, the sun glare now. Yeah, I did the water change, and these uh, cherry bars have really gotten active. Oh, David. Well, I might not. I might just pop off for a second. I don't know how you feel about David, but I don't really like him too much. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. I think he's kind of conceited. And he never says my name. Like Jeff will go, "Hey TK," but he's still blabbing on. I mean, occasionally he'll say, "Hey TK," but he never says anyone's name unless he knows you. But he should know me. But I don't know. All he talks about are his Cory cats. And okay, the Cory cats are okay, but can't you talk about something else? I mean, I show my Discus a lot, but I think Discus are much better than Cory cats. I'm sorry. I have a couple in one tank, but I don't think they're like the best freaking fish in the world. So, but yeah, if he's on there, I don't know if I want to pop off very long. I don't know. I just gotta buy a bat. I just gotta But that's my opinion. Yes, now Christine, yeah, her is always on when I'm busy. Cause here it's like 1 o'clock our time, and I'm always busy, and I don't have my phone. I can't. I'm either driving somewhere, or I'm at the gym, or I'm cutting the lawn, or I can't watch it. Sometimes I'll just pop on and say hi, and that's it. But it's like I can't. It's like I can't. I am not free at that time. So, but sometimes I'll pop on and say, "Hey, how you doing?" But yeah, Tuesday nights. Yeah, I pretty much watch them on Tuesday night. Except last week, did they have one last week? I didn't watch it last week. I wasn't interested in what they were talking about last week. So I think I just stayed on like for 10 minutes. But yeah, it'll be like 3 o'clock, and I'll go up my YouTube and I'll say, "Dang it, that's right, Christine and her friend were on." I'm like, "Darn it, I missed it again. Darn it," because I like watching their streams. Like, darn nabbit. I mean, I do have the bell to remind me, but my phone sometimes it doesn't do that. I mean, sometimes YouTube doesn't do that because my sister is a subscriber on my channel, and she checked the bell for all new notifications. Notify me all new videos, everything, right? And I said, Karen, did you see my new video? She goes, no. When did you post that? I go, I posted it yesterday. She goes, no. I said, did you get a notification for it? She went, no, I didn't. And she double checked to make sure she had it checked off. She said, yeah, I got it checked off. So I don't know if that's YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, I'm the only fish person. My wife's sort of a fish person, but in my family, I'm the only fish person that's addicted to fish. I'm addicted to fish, but I'm not addicted to live plants though. I hate them. But I'm gonna get some silk fake plants. They look really nice. Get some silk, and some of them you can't even tell that they're fake. They're so realistic, and they're not too expensive. I think they're no. I thinking they're no, they're two males there. Thought maybe they were laying eggs up there. Cherry bars. No. Oh hey Christine. No problem. No worries. I'm gonna try to catch you live tomorrow, but are you doing one tomorrow? But see, here it's like 1 o'clock, and that's normally the busy part of my day, and I don't have my phone available because I get off of work around 11:30, and then sometimes I would chill around after work because the boss's daughter is awesome, and well, like after all the work's done, we used to get on the three wheelers and drive around and all his land, just drive around. It's fun. And then, or I'm at the gym or something where you can't have your phone. Our gym, they have a notice saying cell phone use has to be very limited. They say, please keep your cell phone use limited. Because, there'll be some people on the machines, and they'll do a set, then they'll be on their phone for 10 minutes. And then you want to use that machine, and you got to wait, or you got to do something else. So you really can't have your phone on at the gym. And then if I'm cutting the lawn, I don't think I can watch it I'm driving on the John Deere tractor. I don't think I can watch it and drive. And okay, cool. Tuesday. I'll definitely catch you Tuesday night. Definitely. And tomorrow the wife is leaving, so the wife's going back to Maryland, so she's leaving around 1 o'clock or 1:30. So I have to help her pack the car. And so I don't know if I'll be able to pop on tomorrow, but if I can, I'll pop on, or I'll definitely give you a like. Give you a like for it. So, Cinema Girl and I were talking about a little pond, right? And I was thinking about getting a little pond. I don't want a huge one. I actually want like a natural one where you don't have to really have filters or anything. But we'll go out here. This is just part of our property. There's the wife out there working. This is just part of our land here. But I don't know if you can see, but over there she has 8 trees that she planted. And right in the center would be a good spot for a little pond. And we get a lot of water runoff and everything, so that would be good to keep it flowing. So that's maybe one spot for it, but not recently. Not maybe not now, but maybe a couple of years from now. Because I want we have other big projects that we have to do. Yeah, this is just part of our property. We're under a flood watch today. They said we're supposed to get 4 inches of rain or something. I don't know. But yeah. So eventually a little pond, nothing huge. Just have a couple koi fish in there, or other fish that can live in the winter, make it through the winter. Nothing huge, nothing that I have to do a lot of maintenance on. So the cichlids are still in the dock. 4 o'clock, their light comes on. Yeah, so that's a future plan. But the wife, cool. Oh yeah, they were cool. Christine, they were cool. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. So I don't know if I can. I'm gonna see if I can feed these guys because it's about their. I feed them a little bit a little bit every couple of hours. And what time is it? Does anyone know what time it is? Oh, it's 3:30. Okay. Oh yeah, they're definitely past their second feeding. All right, here we go. Here's some food. Here's all the food. Oh my god, I have so much food here. Okay. All right. We're gonna take a look at that for a second. All right, I'm gonna give them some of this Tetra color granules. They like this. Two of them don't, but the other ones do. So, but this is all they get for their second meal because I don't want to. They got a good breakfast. But here we go. Ready? All right. Let's see if they're gonna eat. All right. I gotta back away because. Oh yeah, the tetras are. There we go. Wake up. Time to eat. See how the cherry bars are quick, easy in and out. So you don't have to worry about them getting food. And they can actually eat that too. Well, I guess they're not hungry. They did have a good breakfast this morning. But yeah, that's all they get. They don't eat. That's their second meal. So they won't get fed now until 7 o'clock. Which they'll probably get some of tonight. Tonight they'll probably get some of this. They like this freeze dried black worm. So, but whoever didn't get any will probably pick at the bottom and get some. Yeah, they'll get it. Yeah, they'll get it going. Yeah, they are quick. So a lot of people, I was worried about the cherry barbs not getting food. Oh, don't worry about that. They're in and out. Zip, zoop, 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 in and out, zoop, in and out. So two of them don't like the granulars, and the other ones like them. And then they don't. None of them like the flake food. I can't even when I mix it in with the frozen stuff. They'll eat the frozen stuff. The flake food they don't like, and I gotta scoop it out. I don't give them a lot of flake food, but hey, Big Red, you missed all the food, buddy. That's okay. He'll find. If there are any felt of the gravel, he'll find some. I don't know. I thought they're new. Oh, good. Someone got that piece that was on the fake plant. Yeah. Yeah, these guys, none of these guys miss any meals. The only thing I forgot to do during the water change is clean the front of that filter. I don't know what that is. Ugh. But I'll get to it eventually. I'm surprised those cherry bars can eat those granulars. I guess their mouths are big enough. But they go really cuckoo with those freeze-dried black worms. Oh my god. They actually will fight. Well, not fight, but they actually will fight for that food. I don't know. My cory cats. I have two cory cats and my wife's cory cat puffer, and I just have little the white sand. That's it. White and a little black sand that I bought at the store, which I really don't like. Actually, unfortunately, that tank eventually will be substrated because that tank is still a FF tank, Jack Jones tank. Father Fish. Yuck. It's got a little dirt in there still. Yuck. When I clean that thing, I can't clean the substrate all the way because the stupid freaking mud will get clogging the freaking water up. Because stupid Father Fish said, dirt, too much of the dirt, too much of the dirt. Yeah, yeah, don't do your substrate and your whole freaking tank will be cloudy. But anyway, that's enough of that. But yeah, now it's going to probably get just a colored gravel substrate eventually. Eventually. Hey, hey, Chai, how you doing? Happy Memorial Day weekend. Oh, yeah, that one likes swimming sideways underneath there. He gives it a little hold sideways. He thinks it's fun. It's really fun to see him do that. Just don't get stuck. I don't want to come in here and have a stuck fish. Oh, good. He's gone to the bathroom. Good. I hardly ever see these guys go to the bathroom. And when I do grab like every couple water changes. I'll do one. I never see hardly any poop. And even the cherry bars. I don't even see cherry bars poop. So I'm glad. I'm glad about that. Nah, no dirt in that tank. Yuck. I had the first tank I had with that dirt and stuff in it. Them poor swordtails were in there. Oh my god. And I was like, oh yeah, I gotta clean. There was a lot of mess. I gotta clean the. Let me get all the way down to the bottom, right? Nothing. The tank was dirty for like 4 days, even with the strong filter. And we couldn't even see the fish, and they were like breathing so heavy. They couldn't even breathe. It was like, okay, I'm getting rid of this. And I got rid of it. I got rid of it. I got rid of that setup. And now it's this setup here now. Now it's got all the babies in there. Yep. And it's got now that gravel is for plants. And it also keeps the pH at 6, 7, the way they like it. I think it keeps it more whatever for these guys. So the only thing about the sand I didn't like it when you first get it, it covers the whole tank with some kind of orange film. So you can't before it gets settled in the tank, it kind of gives off this kind of coloring for the tank. I got to scrape it down, but now it's under control. So, but yeah, this is the kind of gravel I think just get one of these tanks. It's better than the sand, but it takes the plants a little longer in the sand, the pool filter sand. It takes them a little longer to grow, but the crypts are really looking good. I transplanted these crypts like 4 times, 4 different tanks, and they're finally starting to grow. These were down here in that tank, and they weren't doing good there. So this tank's empty, of course, but yeah, they've really come out. I'm really happy about that. And finally, back there, the small Bowson area is starting to grow It's only been a freaking year and a half. Uh-oh, what was that? But yeah, so yeah, see, look, just look at it. See, just look at the gravel. Look, dirted tank. Look at that. Yick. Look at all that crap down there. Yick. And you can't clean it because your tank will get all dirty. Ugh. And see, I can't do anything now because I'm not moving the fish. And somehow I'm gonna have to take out this substrate without killing this big crypt that's growing really good. But yeah, this also has trumpet snails in there that try to kill, and so, and then all the eggs on it from the Neatite snail. Thank you, Neatite, for putting all your eggs in the tank. But yeah, dirty tanks might be pretty good for some people, but not me. Ugh, no way. But that's just me. You do what you do. I say you do you. You do whatever you like. You do whatever works for you, and that's fine. But for me, it ain't for me. I tried it, didn't work. So, oh my God, they're starting to swim around now. Yeah, but yeah, tomorrow the wife goes back home tomorrow to Maryland because she's got to go back to work Tuesday. But then she'll be back on Juneteenth. I think she'll be back for 5 or 6 days, and then she'll be down a week before 4th of July. Hopefully, our house will be finished. I'm heading up there for a couple days to check it out, make sure our contractor did everything we wanted him to do, and then maybe meet with our agent and see my brother and sisters. But I'm only going to be there like 2 or 3 days. Not going to be very long. And I'll get back before the 4th of July. And then we go to the 4th of July fireworks here. It's really cool. Yep, and then my wife's retiring at the end of July. And then she won't have to do those 8-hour drives twice a month. I can tell you a little story about Father Fish. You know, he was just starting out with his Discord and everything. And I was on there, and I bought 2 orders of plants from him too. Unfortunately, they didn't live very long. And I heard some people, their plants that they get from him die like in a month. But some they live longer. But anyway, that's another story. I texted him back and I go, I sent him a video of the plants that were dead. He goes, oh yeah, I'll send you a new bag of them. I'll send you some free ones, right? I'm like, okay. Never got them. I ran it back. I messaged him back. Said, are those plants coming soon? And he didn't write me back at all. So I guess I said, okay, I guess he's not doing that. And then, I was helping him on Discord, getting people joining, and we had some good conversations on there. It was fun. And then I just said something about dirty tanks, and boy, boy, all those people got on me. They got on my back. And, uh, and then he did a video, I don't know if he still has it, he did a video on me, because I was going against his philosophy. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but he was also scamming people too, because I looked into him and he has done a lot of scams in the past. Penny scams, people penny stock scams, scam people out of thousands of dollars. And Baltimore, he ran this disabled building from his father, and it was a disgrace. They had to tear it down. He had to flee to Florida because the authorities and the FBI were after him. He fled to Florida. That's where he set up his shop, and he screwed the owner of that shop that he bought it from. He screwed him out of money or something, and then he got heat down in Florida. So that's when he moved to Salisbury, Maryland. So I guess he's trying to stay low. But anyway, I I was really doing good, but he called me a drunk, stupid, uneducated person. But the worst thing was he called me a drunk, and I don't drink. I'm not a drinker, and he called me an alcoholic. He said he's nothing but a drunk, alcoholic, stupid person, and he got really nasty. A lot of my friends saw that video, and they couldn't believe it. So I don't like him. And I hate to say it, every time Cinnamon mentions at Father Fish, I kind of get annoyed because what he did to me. So, I mean, that was really nasty. Calling me a drunk, stupid, uneducated person when I have a bachelor's degree and I work for the government in the tech field. I'm not stupid. Sorry to go on the rant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, the wife just went in the house. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go on a rant. I'm sorry. But yeah, the fish are really, really doing good. I was surprised none of the distance fish have taken those two decorations as territory yet. So I guess we're sharing. But the blue diamond, look at that. Look at this cup. They say when they're baby, their skin, part of their body is orangey. And then when they get older, it turns more blue. But yeah, he's real gorgeous. Yeah, I know. You're pretty too. You're pretty. I think the first batch I had a couple of sick ones, you know. But the second batch of fish were much healthier. Because this guy had to, that guy had to nurse back into shape because he was not going to make it. Don't know how big he's going to grow or anything, but he was on death's door. But I brought it back to life. See, I'm good. I'm good with helping fish. So yeah, this guy, he's good. Sunshine. He always looks like he's upset. See how his mouth is? It always looks like he's pouting with his lips. You know, his upper lips. He always looks like he's pouting. But yeah, yeah, I agree, Christine. Yeah. And then I was so upset because I helped him bring in so many members on his Discord. I was just, and they all liked me too. I mean, for the most part, I would say most of them liked me. But then it was like he called all his millions of followers, and they just ganged up on me. And then, of course, he banned me. Then he made that video, and he banned me, and because I outed him out. You know, I found out about him, what he was doing, and he didn't like that, so he told all his millions of followers that are brainwashed to go after me. One little person, me who I am not relevant at all, going after someone like me. He only has 300 and some people on my channel. I'm a nobody. And they all went after me like crazy. Oh yeah, look at that cherry bar. He's really showing his colors. Yeah. I was kind of worried at first because I didn't know if they would be able to survive in 86 degrees water. But I read they can go up to at least 82 to 84. They said instead of them living 4 years, they might live 3 years. I was like, okay, 3 years, that's a long life anyway. But yeah, I just popped them in the tank. I didn't even do any acclimation. I just dropped them in. And they were fine from day one. Okay, the wife's texting me. She's taking a break, man. She did a lot of work out there today on the garden. I'm just glad the rain held off. She has so many vegetable things to plant for the garden, and it rained for 2 days, and she's leaving tomorrow. So thank goodness the rain held off. She's able to do all that. Hey Chai, how you doing? So I hope you guys aren't bored. with the stream. I mean, I just show the fish. I hope you're not bored because I don't know. I don't know if people are bored with my videos. I don't know. But I don't know if I wrote that in the description of my channel. I said, I'm just going to show my fish. So if you like seeing fish, that's what I'm going to show you. I might have a little funny comments here or there, but I'm just going to show fish. If you want, like, if you want videos on me water changing or me in front of the tank, me in front of the tank with the tank behind me, with my face on the screen, you're not going to get that. I do not show my face. So you don't want to see my ugly mug. Who wants to see my ugly mug? You'd rather see pretty looking fish, right? That's why some people that do streams and some of the like really active people, they just show themselves. They don't even have their tanks in the background. They have a green screen. You don't even have, at least you all should have your fish back there, right? But they have a green screen, a fake fish back there or something. But there's one guy, BGN, he's in Europe. He has rainbow fish, and they're awesome. But he sits in front of his tank, but he always shows his fish. But yeah, some of these screen YouTubers, they have a green screen behind them. So it's like you can see it's a green screen too. Sometimes when they move their hands, you can see that's a green screen. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I will, if we get the 120 tank or the new tank, I will do videos on that, like the process, like uh, putting the substrate in, putting the fake plants in, the decorations, filling up the tank, showing it cycle, and then I will show when the fish are in there, and then we'll have another fish to look at, another fish tank to look at. So I'm on this group on Facebook. Hopefully, someone will have a 120-gallon tank that they don't want. Because on there, they do have people saying, I got to get rid of my 55. I got to get rid of this 40 breeder real quick. I got to get rid of this tank. I got to get rid of this tank. I'll sell it to you cheap. But so far, no one said 120-gallon yet. But if there is one that someone wants to get rid of, they got to deliver it here. I'm not picking it up because, first of all, my wife said that it won't fit in her minivan. So it's got to be, they got to deliver it here. That's the only catch. And I pay him for driving it here. I mean, I pay him 40, $50. At least for gas. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I might just get a 75. I don't know. We'll have to see as we get closer. There's no rush right now, so. Man, I'm so glad that I put these decorations in and the aggression has really slowed down. I'm really happy. I mean that's just that's just the one female. See, those two are females. You know how females are. But it's really less aggression. Compare this to African cichlids. Oh my god, night and day, night and day. All right, thanks, Christine, for coming on. I have to be going off too in a few minutes because I believe it's almost 5 o'clock our time, and we have to feed the dogs. And Trish is making dinner. So let me see, what time is it now? Oh, it's almost 5. Is it almost 5 o'clock or is that 4 o'clock? Oh, it's almost 5 o'clock. Okay. A few more minutes and then I have to go. And we'll catch y'all later tonight. I might only be there for a few minutes tonight. See all them trumpet snails? Jesus, Christopher. I got like 4 or 5 assassins in there. They've been doing a good job, but these man, they keep coming back. But I don't feed this tank a lot, so I don't know. They say they can go months and months and months without food. The trumpet snails. Okay, good. The light's coming on. Maybe it's 4 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock? Oh, it must be 4 o'clock because this light's coming on now. Yeah. When you're retired, you really don't have sense of time anymore. See how they're like all huddled up there? It's because Captain Jack, when he's in here sometimes, he'll jump up on the tank and he scares them. So I think that they think I'm the cat or something. But when I come with the food, they're right there at the top of the. Oh, 3 Central. Okay. Oh, it's three. Okay. Okay. On here it says 3:50, 3:58. So it's almost 4 o'clock here, Eastern. It's really weird. Where I live in Tennessee, it's Eastern. If you go like to the middle and then Memphis, it's an hour behind. And everyone that lives in Tennessee, they want Memphis to move to Arkansas or the state, no, Mississippi or the state next to them. They want them to be part of their state. They want to get rid of Memphis. And so if we got rid of Memphis, Tennessee will be better on crime stats. It's pretty much Tennessee ain't too bad. It's not like New York, Baltimore, Chicago, L.A., Miami, Dallas. It's not like that. But Memphis is pretty bad. Memphis is bringing down the state with all the crime stats because they're bad. They're a bad state. And I want to go see Elvis. Elvis. I want to go see Elvis's house and everything, but I have to do it on a bus tour because I'm not driving myself. There's like a bus tour there where they drive you there. They park in the parking lot. You get out. You go see the house and everything. It's over. You get back on the bus and it takes you home. Because I heard if you go like a mile away from Elvis Presley's house, it's so dangerous. Like a mile away in either direction. They say you don't want to get caught there, and it's really dangerous. So they say the best thing to do is take a bus tour because they have the package. They get the bus fee and then the package to go in, see the house and whatever you want to see. It's all one package deal. But I don't think they have any buses here from Greenville. We don't have any buses here. We don't have any transit buses either. So you probably have to drive somewhere. But I don't know. It's something I wanted to do, my bucket list, but if not, that's okay. Yeah, it's cool. It's different. It's really weird. And I would always joke with my Australian friends because it's the next day. So, what happened today already? I told that to Walsh because they don't know what happened here in the United States. I said, well, they're a day ahead of us. They should know what happens. Sort of joking around with her on that, but yeah, they're a day ahead, so they should know what happened. So when we get into that day, we'll know what happened. But it doesn't work that way. It's just a little joke. Just a little joke. And you'll never see my face on a stream. I mean, you might catch a video. There's like one video where I'm wearing like a little winter cap. You might see my face for like a few seconds, but I do not show my face at all anywhere. Now, my other channel, you'll see me a lot more because it's a different type of channel, but um, I like to be anonymous. It's bad enough with my voice, you know? It's bad enough with y'all have to hear my ugly voice. I'm so paranoid about it, so. Looks like they're getting a little bit of the food that was left over there. Oh my gosh, they're really swimming around. I tell you, I did that water change, and boy, I really ignited these cherry barbs. Maybe they'll breed overnight, maybe. But I don't think the babies will live because you got these big guys. I don't think these guys will pass up some eggs. Unless they get down there somewhere and they're protected. But still, when they get a little bigger, their mouths are big. They eat them. Sometimes when we had, in the one guppy tank, the white guppy tank, I had like over 200 guppies in there. It was so much. It was just too many. So I grabbed some and I fed it to the cichlids. I mean, a 10-gallon tank, over 200 babies in there, 200 guppies in there, adult guppies. And they were all swimming around. They had no room. And I said, I'm just going to net like 20. I want to net some of them out. And I put them in a little breeder thing. And I fed them to the cichlids. And that's when I had 24 cichlids in here. I had 24 African cichlids in here at the time. So they were gone like there were like 20 or 30 or 40 of them. They were gone in like 3 seconds. The 24 cichlids ate them like in. You put them in, they were gone. You put them in, you set the net down, they were gone. Those guppies were gone. But you know, I know it's cruel and everything, but what are you gonna do, right? They breed so great. They breed so much. Oh wow. Yeah, I always wanted to get some rainbow fish. I was going to get rainbow fish for this discus tank. I was just going to get the smaller ones because the basmatis and the other ones would be too big. I don't know. That's what they told me. Oh, they'll be too big for this tank, or they need more swimming space or whatever. So I was like, okay, maybe when I get a bigger tank, I'll get that. But then I got these guys. So, but yeah, I always wanted to get like the dwarf rainbow fish. They're kind of cool. I don't know if they would they fit in a 20-gallon? Would a dwarf rainbow fish fit in a 20, or would that be too small? I mean, the dwarf cichlids, the red fire epistrogrames, I mean, they're fine in the 20. But I already had two in there, two adults. But I wouldn't get any more than that for a tank with those. But and of course, the babies are so small enough they haven't grown out in the 10-gallon yet. Oh, okay. Okay. Thanks, Robert. Okay, guys, my phone just popped up a message. Unfortunately, I like to talk to y'all a little bit longer, but I don't have my charger here. Fortunately, my phone said your battery's low. So, and this phone is like 6 years old, and when it says it's low battery, it can kick off any second. And I don't want y'all to think I just, you know, ended it quickly, abruptly, because I don't know how much power and what I have left. So I'm gonna say thank you all for coming today. I'll catch you tonight maybe for a few minutes, and have a great Memorial Day. Maybe we'll do another stream tomorrow afternoon. I'm not sure because the wife's leaving and things are going to be chaotic tomorrow. I'll try to catch your stream, Christine, tomorrow. If not, I'll give it a like. And I'll definitely catch you Tuesday night. Definitely catch you on Tuesday evening. So say bye bye, everybody. Say bye bye. We'll see you next time. Okay, have a great night, everybody. Be safe and love your fishes.